Hey everybody, what's going on? Thanks for stopping by and digging into the card pile. I've been sporadic here and there, but I told you I'd be here. You just got to bear with me. I'm getting there, getting back into the groove of things. A lot of stuff's been happening, a lot of good things, a lot of weird things, but I'm back. First couple things I want to show you that I picked up is my buddy Terry Burkhead, lifelong friend, childhood friend. Sends me a bunch of cool stuff every once in a while. As a matter of fact, I'm going through a big box that he sent, and I'm just going to show you a couple of those things, and then we'll move on from there. This first one is the infamous Dick Pole. This is from '76. He always randomly sends me Dick Pole cards, which is pretty cool. Even sent me an autographed Dick Pole card once, so that's pretty sweet. Then we have this Bill Buckner. That's funny. Bill Madlock card from also '76. Great player. I love the old school Cubby logo. Love how the hat don't really fit on his head with his fro. Just a pretty cool looking shot. Pretty cool looking card right there. Then we have a couple hockey cards. This is Dale Hawerchuk from the Jets. This is from, 1981 maybe? Nope, 83, 84. So yeah, and it's an OPG card. Big on the old late 70s, early 80s, mid 90s hockey. Big, huge fan. And this is a crisp looking card right there. Real crisp. And I believe this is his third year card. But pretty awesome. I mean, that is a sharp looking card right there. Awesome player, and I love the old school uniforms. So yeah, Dale Hawerchuk. Then we have Bryan Trottier. All-star card, second team. Should have been the first team. So yeah, cool looking card again. Another player I like to watch back in the day. Then we switch it up. He sent a couple little football cards. Here we have a rookie of Chris Spielman, Detroit Lions great linebacker, Hall of Famer. And my grandson wears this number, and he plays football. He too is a linebacker. As a matter of fact, in his youth game last Sunday, he had 4 or 5 tackles and a fumble. He caused a fumble and he recovered it. I told him it was because of the number. But yeah, the great Chris Spielman. Then we have the second year Chris Spielman from 1990, Fleer. He just looks menacing. I mean, he was awesome. So those are pretty cool cards. Thanks, Terry. I dig it, and I'm still going through the box. I'm going to show the cards here a little bit at a time through some more videos, so stay tuned. Then up next, my friend Jennifer Everett, a member over at the Card Pile and also a subscriber here to the channel. Speaking of the Card Pile, over on Facebook, if you haven't checked it out, please go over there and check it out and become a member. Basically, we just show cards and talk cards and just have fun with the hobby. So it'd be great to have you, so come on over. She sent me this Zach Edey debut. Went to Purdue University, Boilermaker. I'm a Boilermaker. So yeah, Zach Edey. And I haven't seen this card, which is funny. So that was pretty cool. Real cool to get. And then she knows I'm a big Sophie Cunningham fan, so she sent me a couple of these. This is Donruss My House. And this is before she joined the Fever. This is when she was with the Mercury. I wonder why she's not wearing different color shoes, but nonetheless, pretty cool. So yeah, Sophie Cunningham. Thank you, Jennifer. Those are great. Those will go in my basketball collection. And Terry, thank you. Those will go all over my collection. Appreciate it, guys. And thanks for being friends, and thanks for being subscribers and members over on the Card Pile card group. The next is a couple cards I broke down, did the eBay thing, and I made pretty good deals. on these two cards. I'm still waiting on another one. I'll show you that when it eventually arrives. This first one is 1964 Rookie Stars, Dick Allen and Jerry Hardenstein. Dick Allen was a great player, Richie Allen if you want. But yeah, the card is real nice and crisp. There's a little something going on right there. But other than that, it's a real nice looking card. Got a little print thing going on over here. But I've been wanting one of these for a while, and this one's pretty sharp. Couldn't pass it up for the price I got. And that's pretty sweet. I mean, he was always a real good player and fun to watch. So yeah, Dick Allen. Sorry if there was a pause there. That was weird. Again, like I mentioned, I mean, it's a really sharp looking card. Just a little something right up around in there. But what can you do? What can you do? Still, for the price, I couldn't pass it up. And this last card is a T206. And I don't have many. I only have one other one. And, you know, they're expensive. And I don't want to get a cheap one for no reason or whatever. So, like with the first one I got, which was this 1910 Piedmont Cigarettes, Lena Blackburn. I like the story behind it. Behind him, he was a player, so, and him and an umpire were talking one day after his playing days were over. He was a coach. And they were talking about the ball and how slick it was and anything like that. And he ended up discovering Lena Blackburn's mud. He found it somewhere. I want to say the Delaware River is where he gets it. And next thing you know, both leagues, the American and National League, started using his mud to rub on the baseballs before the games. So I thought that was an interesting story, and it was relatively priced good, and I just thought it was a really cool looking card and a great story behind it. And that goes along with this card. And this is from Sweet Corporal Cigarettes. And this is from 1910 as well. And it's of Bill Burns. And if you're not familiar with Bill Burns, he was a former player. He wasn't that good. Average at best. Not even average, maybe below average. He had a couple shining moments here and there. But the main reason I picked this up, and I got a good price because for some reason, the slab is, I don't know if it's cracked or sliced or what. You can feel it like that. But, and then there's on the card itself, two little smudges right there, rounded corners. But anyway, back to the story. He was an average or below average player. And him and a buddy of his, after their playing days, they gambled. They did a lot of weird things. But anyway, he is the guy that was the go-between between the 1919 White Sox and the Gamblers. The Gamblers would talk to Bill Burns. His nickname was Sleepy Bill Burns because he was just lazy, and sometimes it looked like he was sleeping out there. But anyway, his name was Sleepy Bill Burns, and he was the guy the Gamblers would give the information to and the money, and he would get a hold of the players, and it was back and forth, you know, through the whole World Series. And what ends up happening is, I believe it was Game 5. The White Sox weren't supposed to win, but they won anyway. And he had bet a bunch of money against the White Sox. So he lost a bunch of money in that game. And so that's when he decided to turn state's evidence and sell the whole thing out. As long as he got, you know, as long as he wasn't going to get prosecuted or anything like that, he was willing to testify. I think his buddy, his partner, was a boxer or a former boxer. So they probably fixed some fights too. But yeah, Sleepy Bill Burns. He was the middleman between the Gamblers and the 1919 White Sox players. Interesting story. oddly enough, he was kind of of average height. I don't think he was 6 foot, and he was kind of pudgy, which they had Christopher Lloyd, and if you know him, Doc Brown from the Back to the Future movies, or Jim from the TV show Taxi back in the day. You know who he is. It was weird that they'd have a taller, skinny guy play him when old Sleepy Bill Burns was kind of a pudgy little short dude. Maybe not short, but smaller than you would think. But anyway, just an interesting story. And that's what attracted me to get this card. And I got it for a really sweet deal. I'm assuming because of the scratch on the slab. And I mean, it's a 2, don't get me wrong. And it's pretty sweet looking. Sweet Corporal. No pun intended. But I've always wanted to get this card to go with the Lena. So yeah. So 2 T206s with 2 interesting stories, and super pumped to have them both in the collection in the card pile. So yeah, let me know if you know anything more about Bill Burns, or even Lena Blackburn for that matter. So yeah, pretty cool cards right there. Like I said, those are the only 2 T06s I have. Finally, Lena's got a buddy, and I believe Lena Blackburn played for the White Sox as well at one time or another. So yeah, pretty interesting. And as far as the other pickups, the Sophie Cunningham and the Zach Eady from Jennifer, and my friend Terry, with some cool looking cards. Super pumped to have them all, and hopefully the card shows start rolling back up here in Tippecanoe County in Lafayette and get some more going on. I love them all, but I'm going to have to go with I can't make a decision. It's between these 2 though. I love them all, but been really wanting this and really wanting that, and so it's a tie ball game. I'm not even going to go into extra innings on this. I do have one more card coming. It was supposed to be here already, but who knows what's going on with that. Anyway, let me know what cards you liked in here. What was your favorite ones? Thanks for watching, and I appreciate you guys checking it out. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. It'll help me get more motivated to get back into the swing of things. As I said, though, I've been real busy trying to do it as much as I can. I'm trying to get new things, but just haven't had the time to go out and about to snag a couple things up. But luckily, I made a couple good deals on the internet and swung these bad boys. So again, thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't, and if you have, thank you. And see you soon. Thanks.